Back at the St. Louis Park Rec Center, quarterfinal number 2. The brightly colored Bolts taking on Wisconsin. As we are underway here, play is in the Bolts zone from the face-off. A first opportunity from in tight for Wisconsin's Quinn Finley, number 14. Fails to connect, and it comes out to center. Back into the Wisconsin zone. Puck played out to center. And it's picked up by Cade Smigaj, number 9. Plays it over to the far side to Finley. He drops it back up the slot. Here's a shot and a save by Rafalski, off the stick of Rafalski, I should say, and they score. Didn't take long. Smigaj with a goal after only 40 seconds for Wisconsin. And they have the early advantage. 1-0. Wisconsin finished tied with the North Stars atop the major standings, 7-3-2, 25 points. They allowed 3 more goals in the 12 games. That was the difference in the first and second seeds in this tournament. And goal for Wisconsin, Adam Kazmarek, number 29. And the goal to our right. We get the announcement on the goal here. Puck cleared out to center. And it's backhanded back by Wisconsin's Caden Schmerler, number 21. Loose at neutral ice. And poke check down to center. Circling back for Wisconsin, Evan Hunter, number 12. In the center circle. Puck goes over the boards and out of play. Face-off coming up outside the Wisconsin line. The Bolts 4-5-1-2. So 2 overtime losses and 16 points. Wins in those games would have vaulted them ahead of North Dakota in the standings. So it's pretty tightly grouped here. The Bolts have had some rough goes of things here, but they are in the playoffs now. And it all doesn't matter. Rafalski. 40 seconds into the game, Smigaj from Rafalski. And it's played back to the Wisconsin line and back in deep. After it is Ty James, number 8, leaves it in the left corner. Mario Savino, wearing number 20, plays it ahead, and Wisconsin breaks to center, 4-on-2 if they hurry. And it's Brian Gutt, 15 over the line, plays it down. Wisconsin changing though, and it rolls on out to center. And Wisconsin will regain possession. Ian Engel playing it across to the far side, and they to the center circle. Into the Bolts zone. Some trouble there, and here's Gutt centering it, and it rolls towards the center point area. Engel takes the shot, and a save made, goes back behind the net, and in goal for the Bolts is Tomas Anderson. Quinn Finley being given an assist on that goal as well by Wisconsin, so it's been an added a 2-assist goal. Smigaj from Rafalski and Finley. Now over the line, the Bolts will play it in, having given up the first 3 shots on goal of this game and now getting some offensive zone time. Tyler Graham, 28, in the near corner. He has ridden off 3 red shirts, 2 blue. And finally the puck rolls towards the wing boards. Tate Pritchard, number 3, plays to the line. Jack Bartfield holding it in for the Bolts, played into the circle. Here's a shot, and it goes wide by Graham to the left. Ryan Coring, number 11, tried to put it in front. Did. Here's Graham trying to thread a pass through. His teammate tied up in front of the goal. Penalty coming as Charles Olson is knocked down, and the power play coming for the Bolts. It's a hooking penalty coming at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. And it's on Olson, excuse me. I thought he was the player that was fouled, and it turns out he is going to the penalty box. So the power play goes Wisconsin's way, and they have the man advantage. 21:45 to play in the first half, and over the line they come. This is Carter Dahl, number 10. Plays it down. Hunter behind the goal. Centers it, and loose in front. Picked up by Jake Fisher. And he carries to center, number 88 for the Bolts, in the very easy to read white numbers on dark blue. I love that. Now it comes to the near side, and Wisconsin will step through center. Savino plays it into the zone, and it runs over to the far side. Here's a shot and a save made by Tomas Anderson, in goal for the Bolts. Face off with 1:18 of power play time remaining. Puck down. And Wisconsin controlling on the power play. Centering pass comes through, and it goes off Gutt's skate to the near side boards. Gutt going after it. Now cleared towards the left point, and now here's Owen Amon, number 11. Now it runs back out to center, and Wisconsin has to regroup. And here they come. Amon over the line, and that's broken up there at the blue line, and they'll have to regroup. A nice job of stopping the power play rush high here. Here's Howard trying to step around a player at the blue line. Can't, and it's picked up there and cleared ahead by Kyle Dahl. And it comes back out to center. Now Wisconsin will get possession with half a minute remaining in the power play. Over the line, Howard takes a shot that's deflected over the glass and out of play. 28 left in the power play. 20 minutes and 18 seconds in our first half. 2 more games coming up on our schedule in the quarterfinals. Scheduled to start around 6:30. It'll be North Dakota against the Sharks, and we wrap up with the Bruins against the Stars, the North Stars. Now Wisconsin in control. Rafalski winds up center point, shoots, missed the net wide to the left. And the puck is picked up with 10 seconds in the power play, cleared towards the slot area, and finally it is relayed on out to center by Joey Sylvester. Played back into the zone, and Sylvester has it. He ran off his stick, and he has to chase it. He'll flip it high in the air and all the way down the ice. And icing is indicated, so the faceoff comes all the way back in the Bolt zone of 19:45 left in the first. 1-0 Wisconsin on a goal by Cade Smigai. No shots on goal for the Bolts as yet. Of course, they killed off a penalty in this time as well, so now the puck is relayed on out the center. Defender falls, and here's a rush down the near side for Tate Pritchard. Centers it from deep, and it's intercepted, and back comes Wisconsin through center. Finley over the line, left a drop pass, and tied up there was Braden Beam, number 27. Loose along the near wall and rolls to the left point and out to center. Savino can't control it. Here's a chance on a break. Graham, and his shot is sticked over the top of the goal by Kazmarek. And an opportunity there is a little bit lax at the blue line. Nearly cost Wisconsin, and here they come. Here's Finley. Pass to the right, and over the Bolts line they come. Extra move comes to nothing, and here's Fisher. Through center. Fisher bounces off a check, but lost possession of the puck as Ian Engel stood him up. Puck comes out to center, and the Bolts are able to get possession in their zone. It's Bartfield with it. He tried to feather a pass through, and Schmerler is there to break it up for Wisconsin. Back in the zone it comes. Loose in the center circle, controlled by Fisher, and Bolts will try again. They can't bring it in over the zone, and here's Bartfield playing it past one and then not past another as Amon had him all the way across the ice there, and it's back in the Wisconsin zone to the right. Rafalski spinning there, leaving it, and now to the near side it comes. Schmerler, he can't get out, and Schmerler goes down. Then it's poke checked away from Hunter. Another penalty coming on the Bolts as delayed penalty is being called here, and another power play coming as soon as the Bolts are able to gain possession of the puck. Long pass up the middle, played down with the skate, and it's touched by Ryan Coring, and now the penalty is called. 7:10 of the period. Another power play coming up for Wisconsin. Penalty is on Miles Ryder for the Bolts. And Wisconsin on the power play for the second time. They lead it 1-0. Trip is the penalty. Now the play is at the right of the Bolts goal, and Wisconsin working its power play. A centering pass comes up the slot. Here's a drive, save made, and the rebound chopped past the goaltender Anderson and wide. A good opportunity in front of the goal for, I believe that's Peter Drake at the right point. It is. Now puck is in the right corner of the zone, and they'll work it out of the corner. There's a sneaky little attempt there by Gutt that fails to connect. 1:10 in the power play. Comes to the near side boards. Wisconsin in control on this power play, better than they were on their last. On the far side, it's Drake along the wall. Drake throws it across to the near side, and it runs off the stick. It'll come to the near side boards. Rafalski tries to hold it in and can't, and the Bolts get possession. Here's a player breaking through the middle. It's Olson. Over the line, Olson is ridden wide. Olson then spins in the circle, tried to center it. It comes up the slot, picked up by Bartfield, and he can't play it through. Here comes Finley down the left. Wisconsin changing. Finley going in, and he is ridden off there neatly behind the net. Loose at the left edge, and Bartfield will take it over to the left corner and tries to bank it ahead and can't. Now try to reverse. Can't do that either. Comes out of the corner. Centering pass for Finley is blocked. Drive goes over the top of the goal on the near side with 19 seconds in the power play. And it comes on out to center. It's Savino with a good opportunity there. And now another cross-ice pass is deflected, carried over the line by Austin Doms, and he can't play it towards the net. 5 remaining in the penalty kill, and over the line comes Finley for Wisconsin as the penalized player Ryder steps back on. Shot goes wide of the goal by Smigai, who has the only goal of the game. And now player spins in against the wall on the far side. Wisconsin turns it over. Here's Finley shooting, deflected wide. Picked up by the far side by Dahl behind the goal. Players up the near side looking for Pritchard and can't get it to him. Puck bounces into the slot, fed over to the far point, and having trouble with it there was Savino, and it comes back to the slot area controlled by the Bolts. They clear it out, but carried right back in by Finley. He's got a player breaking. Smigai can't get it to him. He has to peel back. Feeds it behind the net, and Bartfield takes it behind the goal for the Bolts. He'll spin there. He working on Smigai. Now cleared to the near side for Dahl. Pass to the middle, and can they get out? No, it's held in by Schmerler, and he can't see the net. Plays it around behind. It'll ring the boards behind the Bolts goal. Comes to the near side. Here's a drop pass to the left point. Engel winds up, shoots, stick save made, and the puck caroms back to Bartfield on the right side. Tries to clear, and it does come out to center. Engel with it, and he plays it ahead for Wisconsin, and here's Dahl over the line. Now played to the right side, picked up there by Bartfield, who's had an awfully long shift for the Bolts. Now back behind the goal. It's picked up by Dahl, and the Bolts with one shot on goal here in the opening 10 minutes plus. Trying to find a way to get some zone time here as Wisconsin's done a nice job controlling the neutral ice area. It's in the Wisconsin zone right at the blue line, but then it's dug out by Hunter, and he works to his right. Hunter is then ridden off. Puck comes to center and rink wide into the Bolts zone to the near side. Comes back out to center. Hunter taken in against the boards. Loose at center, and Dahl plays it over to the left, and here comes Hunter again. Over the line, top of the right circle as the goalie looks at it. Tried to thread one through for Rafalski and couldn't connect. Into the left corner it goes. 2 players from each team after it. And back in the left corner, it's played ahead by Graham, but not out. Here's a shot and a save by Anderson to the near side as Wisconsin getting decent opportunities here. And here's Peter Drake. Can't hold it. Schurler has his pass blocked by Fisher, who had his back to the play. Didn't know he had blocked it. Here's a shot and an arm blocker pad save there by Kazmarek. And now Wisconsin is able to pick it up and bring it to center ice. Bolts return it through neutral. Ryder plays it ahead. Fisher in the circle. Fisher heading in. He shoots from a sharp angle, and he winds up putting it over the glass and out of play. Faceoff coming outside. 13:15 to go in the first half of our game. Today's game brought to you by Brew Pubs, Lots of Matzo Pizza. The next time you're looking for a frozen pizza, look for Lots of Matzo. Great sauce with a half pound of Wisconsin cheese. And here is Gutt rink widening it into the zone of the far side. Bartfield goes after it for the Bolts. And he's ridden off the puck in the corner there. Doms plays it ahead, and the Bolts will carry to center. Shot in by Olson. Comes to the right of the goal. And now Wisconsin able to gain possession and win a physical battle there. Carry it to the right point. Bartfield shoots it back in. It comes onto the goaltender, Kazmarek. And he sticks it wide. An easy stop for him. Near side it goes. And a pass to center is too far for Gutt. Comes back into the Bolt zone. That'll be icing on Wisconsin. 12:34 to go. Almost halfway through the first half. 1-0. They lead. They have 6 of the 7 shots on goal. And since their power play, though, they've only had 1. So Bolts are trying to tighten things up a little bit. 47 goals they allowed. Wisconsin allowed 39. So these are 2 of the better teams in the event in that regard. Really free scoring stuff here. A lot of skill on display. And it's picked up by Fisher for the Bolts. Tried to step through traffic, couldn't, and now Wisconsin is able to break out. Fisher at center. Over the line. Fisher goes wide, and a nice play there by Colton Johnson to deny him. Now a better pass to the near side for Engel in the circle. Spins, centers it. It's deflected by Beam, and that goes wide. Now Wisconsin gaining possession here. 12 minutes to play in the first half. Chipped high off the glass, and here they come 2-on-1 to center. Graham down the near wing. And his trailer waited, and the shot Kazmarek saves. He had an opportunity there with Pritchard, and Pritchard wound up electing to go behind the defenseman on that side and almost slowed things up a little bit. Now puck loose at the left edge. Pritchard trying to center it, and Wisconsin is played fast and loose at their own end several times in the first period and have gotten away with it so far. Puck comes to center, and it's played all the way back in the Bolt zone to the left, and that'll be icing with 11:25 left in the opening period. Shots now 6-3 for Wisconsin. The only goal, Smigai at the 42nd mark of the first period. And that is where we stand. Give you an idea of how even this event has been in a moment. Here's a shot, save made by Kazmarek, loose, and it's under him. Fisher couldn't get to it. Talk about the balance of play. The 8th place team in this event, the Bruins, still won 4 games and took 2 others to overtime in the 12 games they played. And that record has earned them the 8th seed. So here's a glove shot by Fisher and a glove catch by Kazmarek from the face-off. It gives you an idea. Every team in this tournament lost at least 3 games. You've seen teams at these levels in these youth tournaments where there have been teams that have just been dominant. That has not been the case here in terms of wins and losses. And as such, the 8 versus 1 game later tonight, you expect a decent game there as well. Through center, here comes Dahl for Wisconsin. He tried to throw it across, lying loose in the slot, and he gets it back on the near side. Centers from deep, loose, and it comes to the near side. Here come the Bolts to center. And this is Ryder. Over the line, Ryder is erased against the boards on the near side by Drake. And they go in against the wall. Bartfield in to help and carrying it out down the near side. Here comes Wisconsin over the line. This is Schmerler working in, and he's got it back for Hunter and couldn't get it to him. Puck at the left point. Hunter in the high slot now, works to his right. Hunter threads it through, save made, rebound, they score! At the left edge of the crease, it's 2-0 for Wisconsin, as the Bolts could not get their lines cleared. And the rebound steered home by Carter Dahl for a 2-0 advantage. 14 minutes and 35 seconds. So the Bolts with work to do. Wisconsin in over the line. And it rolls towards the front of the net, sticked away to the far side. It's picked up by Olson through the middle. Pritchard in. He goes down. Schmerler and Hunter getting assists. And it's 2-0, but if we learned anything from the first game, it's that a 2-goal lead is not safe. See, it's the old joke about the most dangerous lead in hockey. Well, the Penguins discovered that twice in the first game, having lost 2-goal advantages on 2 different occasions. Puck cleared between the point men and back into the Bolts zone. Here's a race for it. And is it going to be icing? No, they wave it off, and chasing it in for Wisconsin is Zach Howard. Steps around the defenseman Sylvester on that side, centers it, and it comes up to the circle. A centering pass comes through past Howard to the far side. And now Wisconsin working out of the corner. Beam center shoots, and a save made by Anderson. Off to the left boards, and its shots are 8-6, but I don't think that's been really indicative of the way the play has gone here in the first period. Engel over the line. Wisconsin's had a good first half here. And they lead it on the scoreboard. Here's Engel in the circle. Tried to play it to the side of the net. Broke it up. And it comes to the near boards, and the Bolts will play it to center. And here's a race for it there. Doms takes a man in against the boards, and now here comes Finley for Wisconsin over the line. He takes a rising shot, and he missed the net. Here's Beam now feeding it to the high slot. Shot from center point by Amon, and that doesn't get through. And it's going to be played back behind the goal. After it there is Beam for Wisconsin. Cleared ahead to the right point, Engel. And it ran off his stick and back out to center. 8.5 to go. The first half played deep into the Bolts zone to the left, and chasing after it, Johnson behind his net. Feeds the near boards, cleared, and it's going to be held in by Drake. And he will work in. Drake in the circle, centers it. It's loose, and the Bolts are able to clear, but not out. It's held in by Beam. Closing in, shoots. He actually centered it. And still loose in the slot, loose at the left edge. And Wisconsin really buzzing now as Rafalski at center plays it in. Loose in the slot. Here's a drive right on to Anderson by Finley, and a faceoff coming up. And Wisconsin with a good shift there. And holding a 2-0 lead that looks pretty good value right now. Now from the faceoff, it's rink-wided towards the near side. And behind the net, Hunter looked to center it. And now Dahl with the second goal for Wisconsin. They'll come out of the corner again. Left point it comes, Drake. And it's loose in the slot area. Now comes to the near side, and Wisconsin will set it up again. Hunter plays it down behind the goal. Coring tried to feed it across for the Bolts and couldn't get it out. Loose behind the net, Bartfield in the see what he can do, and now the Bolts do get possession behind their net, and they feed up the near side to Pritchard. Tate Pritchard will play it in. Chasing after it is Drake for Wisconsin in the left corner. Pritchard rubbed out by Drake along the boards. Centering, a pass went up the middle, I should say, a breakout pass, almost a centering pass. Comes all the way down the ice, and Wisconsin will be charged with icing. 6:54 left. Face-off coming back to the left of Adam Kazmarek. There's a shot deflected, and Kazmarek made a save, loose at the left edge. Sylvester took the initial shot and did what the defenseman's supposed to do. He put it close to the ice so it can be tipped. And now here's Fisher. Back to Sylvester. Plays it off to the left. Here's a shot, and Kazmarek made a stop there. Loose along the far boards. Clear to the near side, and Anderson will come over to the near side for Wisconsin. And clear to center, Michael Anderson. Leads it across to the right. This is Gutt over the line. Takes it to the corner. It's on the break, centers it. It comes through to the left side, and now a reverse centering pass by Gutt comes all the way through to the far wall. Here's Wisconsin working it off the point, a shot and a save by Anderson. As Ian Engel, good opportunity there. .608 to go in the opening session. Face off to the left of Thomas Anderson. From the face-off, cleared to the near side. And it's held in by Engel. Plays it down to the near corner. Bolts hold it. Sylvester in the right corner. Plays it to Engel. for Wisconsin. High in the slot. Here's a shot saved by Anderson on a good opportunity by Amon, and now it's cleared back into the Wisconsin zone. Engel will chase after it. 5:46 to go in the first half. A 2-0 lead for Wisconsin. Here's Smigai, who has their first over the line. He is headed off against the boards by Sylvester, who chases after it. Now Finley centers it and gets it back on a return pass as he was working with Beam, and now it comes to the near side. Pritchard along the near wall, looking to play it ahead, and does get it to center. And Wisconsin will circle with it there. Finley turns and plays to Beam down the near wing. He overskates at the red line and now backhands it across. Here comes Finley for Wisconsin over the line. Finley coming to the circle, cannot step around the defender Olson on that side. But Finley gets possession along the half wall. Diagonal pass comes out to the left point, and it's held in there and played down by Drake. And under 5 minutes to go, the Bolts, the left corner of their zone, trying to get out. Now it's centering pass, loose in the circle. It is picked up there by Graham. And here come the Bolts. Over the line, Graham takes it wide, closes in, centers it, and it comes through to the near side boards. And now here's a chance for Bartfield. He spun around and played it in front of the net and unable to connect with it. There was Olson. Goes back behind the goal. Olson centers it. It's going to roll up the slot. And a centering pass loose is cleared to the far side boards, and Hunter has it for Wisconsin. Plays it ahead. Here's 2-on-2 for Wisconsin. And now 1-on-2 as the helper head back to the bench and closing in, and a save made by Anderson. Good work there on that rush. Turned into a 1-against-2. And it was Schmerler that they made that happen. Puck to the far side boards, picked up by Graham. Feeds the middle, and they cannot establish the blue line. Graham comes back for it, leaves a drop. Sylvester feeds over to the far side. And it's controlled there by Colton Johnson for the Bolts. And a pass to the middle is intercepted. Played ahead, and now here come the Bolts back in over the line. Here's Graham. That's a quick shot onto the goaltender. Excuse me, that was Fisher, 88 instead of 28. And Kazmarek made a stop, and he got it there in a hurry. Face-off coming up to the left. The goaltender, Jake Fisher, made his bid. That's probably the best scoring chance of the game for the Bolts to this point. We trail it by 2 just before the break here. Comes to the near side. Sylvester breaks it up at the blue line. Dahl can't get around him as the number 10s collide. Comes to the near side. Savino plays it ahead to center, and it's intercepted by Fisher for the Bolts. Fisher goes back behind his net. He'll try the far side with it, and does clear his zone. Wisconsin able to carry it back in. They come to the far side. Fisher trying to backhand, picked off. And now it comes to the right point, and it's played down behind the goal. After it for Wisconsin is Dahl. Feeds the point, gets it back on the half wall. Rink wides to the near side. And it's played back down by Savino. Into the near corner, under 3 minutes left in the first half. And it's controlled by Graham. Carrying on behind the goal, Johnson. Pass to center, and here come the Bolts back. Dahl through the middle, and he lost it. Here's Graham, though, carrying on. Bolts changing. Graham thrown in against the boards hard and goes down. And it comes out to center. Wisconsin controlling it, and over the line they come. Gutt works to the far side, and he's taken in against the boards by Coring, and now it's controlled. Here come the Bolts back. Graham down the far side. Graham, he's brought down. And again, they say play on. Here comes Wisconsin. Through the middle, Gutt over the line. That's offside, and it's controlled by Charlie Owens for the Bolts. Played back behind the goal with 2 minutes to play. Here's Bartfield feeding it across to the left. Rink wired it out to center, and it gets past Pritchard. It'll be icing against the Bolts. Face off with 1:50 left. In the first half, second game out of 4 in the quarterfinals. One team is already through to the semifinals, and that will be the Penguins by virtue of a 7-5 win over the Kings in our first game here today. Puck down and goes behind the net. Wisconsin looking to center. It's picked up there by Fisher and cleared ahead. Here come the Bolts. Over the line. Toms is spun around and feeds the far side boards. After it there is Fisher for the Bolts. And he's a step slow. Wisconsin able to clear. And it's bouncing to center. Picked up there by Austin Doms and plays it back rink wide into his zone. Bolts set up with 1:15 to go in the half. Nice move there. And another nicer move to center ice, but they're picking it up and playing it back is Drake for Wisconsin. It's loose in front of the Wisconsin bench as the Bolts change. Rink wide and back deep in the Wisconsin zone, and it's picked up by Engel. Last minute of play in our first half. Puck comes to center plate ahead, and here comes Finley. Over the line, puts on a move, trying to get past the defender, Sylvester, and then put it wide of the goal. Now tipped on out to center, and Wisconsin will regroup. And with less than a minute to play, they'll carry it ahead. Drake shoots it in. Go back behind the goal, and Colton Johnson for the Bolts. Here's a drive right on, and the goaltender Anderson makes a stop. He's made 12 saves here in the first half of this game, played ahead to the far side, and here's Olson controlling for the Bolts. Olson over the line. Broken up, but carrying on is Graham, and he goes back behind the net. Graham with 15 in the period is taken in against the boards by two red shirts. He centers, and Kazmarek holds it against the left post to get a stoppage with 11 seconds to go in the opening half. Puck down with 10 seconds to go, and it's played over to the far side. And in offside by Colton Johnson with 5 seconds left. So face-off coming outside, and then the Bolts will have a chance to talk things over here. They've been outshot 14-9 by a Wisconsin team that came out looking sharp. Play into the Bolts zone as the first half comes to an end, and our score is Wisconsin 2, Bolts nothing. Goals by Smigai and Dahl at 40 seconds and at 14:35 of our first half of play. Today's game brought to you by Brew Pub's Lots of Matzo Pizza. If you're hungry after the game, go to your local grocer and get a Lots of Matzo Pizza. We'll take a break here and come back with our second half shortly. You're enjoying the 2019 Bantam Elite League playoffs on the Youth Hockey Hub. We're back at the St. Louis Park Rec Center, and the second half ready to get underway. Wisconsin to our right in the red against the Bolts in blue. To our left, 2-0. Wisconsin is on top. Goals by Smigai and Dahl. Teams have changed goaltenders. Sam Stockman in goal for the Bolts to our left. And Michael Bashar in goal for Wisconsin to our right. Second half is underway. And Wisconsin controlling in the Bolts zone. Puck comes out to center, and Wisconsin able to backtrack and gain some possession. Over the line they come, though. The Bolters, Fisher, he takes a shot, and he puts one wide of Bashar's goal. Puck cleared to the near side, and carrying it out is Savino for Wisconsin. Over the line they come. And Smigai lost possession, played it ahead, and now here comes Graham. Check that. Yes, Tyler Graham over the line. Takes it wide. Graham dropped it up the slot. They'll work in deep. A centering pass, and Graham had a poke at it and could not knock it goalward. As the Bolts come out stronger than they did in the first half of the game. Pass on the wrong pass side of Graham, and now it's played back behind the goal. Wisconsin regroups. First minute gone here in the second half. Graham throws a bump in against the boards. Finley plays it to the far side, and here comes Wisconsin over the line. Schmerler behind the goal, comes out the near side. Leaves it. And Wisconsin will work the perimeter. Schmerler on the far side shoots from a sharp angle, sticked over the glass and out of play by Stockman. Face-off coming up in the Bolts zone. 1 minute and 28 seconds have been played in the second half. Shots are 14-9 for Wisconsin in the first half. Oh, face-off coming in the offensive zone for them. They look sharp. Up the slot they come, and here's a shot that's deflected off the traffic and down. Stockman with a save. Initial shot by Engel and created chaos in front of the Bolts goal. Here's Engel. He takes a shot. It's deflected down in front, and Bolts are able to clear to center. Now cleared ahead by Beam for Wisconsin. Back into the Bolts zone. They'll have to try again. Banked off the boards to center. Ryder can't get out. Picked up in the near side. Beam closes in, centers it, and it's thrown across by Fisher in the defensive zone. And here come the Bolts, 3 against 2 if they can keep the rush going. Here is Fisher, and he is stopped in against the corner boards. Played behind the net, and it comes to the near side. Played ahead by Schmerler and out to center. Here comes Finley over the line. Puts on the brakes, and it's cleaned up there by Bartfield behind the goal for the Bolts. Near side it comes, and Ryder gave it up in the slot. Here's a shot and a save by Stockman. A good close-in chance by Howard. Now the puck comes to the high slot area, and Bartfield picks it off, cleared to the near side, and it's going to be held in there by Zach Howard. Along the near boards, Howard cuts to the slot, works in and shoots, and it's deflected wide. Bartfield in the near corner, and they still can't get out. It's picked up there along the near side boards by Gutt. Cleared ahead, and Drake threw it in front. It's deflected wide to the far side boards, coring after it for the Bolts, and he plays it out to center. And the Bolts are able to get a line change. 22 minutes left. And a 2-0 lead for Wisconsin. And they come in over the line. Here's a drop pass. Howard closes in. Stick lifted. Puck loose in the near circle. And it's off to the boards now. Players from both teams in for it. And now loose along the near side boards. It's cleared and flipped to center. And Wisconsin will go back for it into their zone. Ty James up to the near side. Picked up there by Anderson. Backhanded to center. Anderson carries on, and over the line he lost out to Pritchard in the zone for the Bolts. Drops it back in front of his net. Long pass to the left is too far for Olson. It'll go the length and no icing. Loose in the right corner, and now comes back behind the net and out the near side. Wisconsin will work to the blue line, and here they come. Smigai over the line. He is stopped at the top of the right circle as the goaltender looks at it, and now it's cleared up the slot and out to center. Loose at neutral, picked up there by Hunter. Working to his right, Hunter over the Bolts line, cuts towards the slot, and then had it poked away by Sylvester to the far boards. Loose there. And Wisconsin controls it at the blue line. It's tipped back out to center. Rink wide of the near side angle. Ian Engel over the line. Cuts to the slot, shoots, and a save made by Stockman. They're getting shots from 30 to 40 feet out. That's not quite grade A scoring territory, but it's close enough. And here's Fisher. Into the zone, takes it to the near side. Bolts going to make something happen here. They've been held to 9 shots on goal so far. Puck cleared out to the far corner, and then they head off for a change. And Wisconsin Smigai controls it. And it's loose at center. Played in over the line. Bartfield is after it, along with Finley. Bartfield reverses to the near side boards. He's looking there for Ryder along the near boards. And he rink wides one to center, and here come the Bolts. Through center. They drop pass. They try to feed the puck through to the far side, and Pritchard there trying to slow it up at the center line. Here is Graham to the near side. Over the line, played it past 1, but not 2, and loose up the slot. Here's a shot, deflected, and a save made. Bashar with his first difficult stop of the contest. And now behind the net, it's controlled by Wisconsin. 10th shot on goal, and that's the first one of the second half for the Bolts. And now it's steered back behind the net by the goaltender. Stockman coring over the left side, now has it in the circle, backhands it ahead, but he can't get it past Beam. And now it comes out to center, and here they do come. And this is Tyler Graham over the line. Graham left a drop pass, and it's carried in offside by Sylvester. We'll get a face-off at neutral ice. 6 minutes exactly gone in the second half. 2-0, Wisconsin is on top. Third game coming up shortly. We'll feature North Dakota against the Sharks. Puck at neutral ice from the face-off. And Wisconsin will work it forward. Over the line they come. And a shot had Stockman reaching, but it went wide of the goal to the right. Comes up the slot, Savino into the circle. He'll play it behind the goal to the far side, and Fisher goes after it. Fisher drags it past a man on the boards and now comes to center. Jake Fisher over the line. Still in possession, and now finally he is shouldered off. Comes to the left edge of the goal. And up the slot, Gut plays it ahead, and now here comes Wisconsin back. Anderson on his backhand. Plays it into the zone. Graham drops it back over, and here's Ryder for the Bolts. And he lost it trying to get past Engel. And over the line, Howard picks it up for Wisconsin. He cuts towards the circle and forgot the puck. Loose along the near boards. Ryder backhands it ahead, held in by Ian Engel at the left point. He tries to thread it through. Loose along the boards. Ryder ahead to center. He can't get it out. And it's picked up and carried to center. Smigai backing up, and now he feeds Engel on the left, and over the line he comes. He's headed off. Threw it in front, nobody home. Pass tipped by Ryder to center. And Wisconsin regroups. Here's Amon working to his right. 17.5 to go. Over the line to the near side, Evan Hunter cuts to the slot on his backhand. Shoots, and a save made by Stockman, and we'll get a face-off in the Bolt zone. 17:22 to go. It's only one shot on goal in the first 7.5 minutes here by the Bolts, as Wisconsin has really shown quite a bit here. Despite only 2 goals on the board, they've had a very good game at neutral ice. They've done a nice job in really stopping them in transition. And now here's a shot that goes wide of the goal. A centering pass in front as Carter Dahl came close for Wisconsin. He has their second goal in the game. Well, not much for the Bolts to shoot at when they bring the puck into the zone in this contest. Wisconsin's played well. Puck comes to the blue line, and it's backed out to center. And the Bolts regroup. Of course, there's still plenty of time for them to change that. 17 minutes to go, and here's Pritchard coming in deep, looking to center the puck. Tried to sidestep a check and could not do it. Gets some help there from Doms, but the puck comes out to center. And here comes Wisconsin Hunter over the line, and it comes to the right. Centering pass is in the skates of Dahl, and it's deflected back out to center. Johnson works it around. And here's Drake feeding the left to Dahl. Back to Drake. Ryder lost possession and carrying it back in is Hunter. Into the circle. Rink wide pass will come all the way through to the far side. It's picked up by Fisher, and here he comes 3-on-1 if they hurry. Fisher over the line, centers it. Ryder going in, a shot and a save made by Bashar. Good stop there. And that is the best chance for the Bolts. And here they come. Wisconsin over the line, and a shot save made by Stockman up the initial shot by Braden Beam. Now it comes back behind the net, and it's controlled there by Sylvester for the Bolts. Cleared ahead. A shot from the point is deflected and down, and here's Colton Johnson laying it ahead for the Bolts and into the Wisconsin zone. 15.5 to go, 2-0 the score, but 3-on-1 rush there by the Bolts shows they can still put some pressure on the goal. Banked to the near side boards. Schmerler couldn't find it. Now a centering pass comes up the slot and a drive saved by Stockman off Finley. And it comes to the near side. Heading in is Beam along the corner boards. He's tied up by two blue shirts. Puck comes to the near boards, and Schmerler after it. He is shoved in against the boards. Puck comes up the slot. Finley shoots. Stockman saves. Puck comes back behind the net. Centering pass again. They score on the rebound. Then it's Finley tipping it in, and it's 3-0 Wisconsin. Not much help there in front of the goal for Sam Stockman, and Quinn Finley has made it 3-0 on their 22nd shot. Goal comes 10 minutes and 1 second into the second half. Play in the Wisconsin zone from the face-off, and it comes out to center. Shot back in by Pritchard. Beam gets the only assist. And 10 minutes and 1 second of the second half, and now here come the Bolts back down the far side. Graham over the line, cuts to the slot, feeds it across for Pritchard, and can't get it to him. Now Pritchard feeds it down behind the net, and it's picked up by Anderson in the right corner for Wisconsin. And the Bolts really skating with a short bench here, so trying to come back. And another goal as they gave the puck away at the left edge, and Gutt is there to sweep it home, and that makes it 4-0. With the Bolts, with the 5 skaters on the ice, they only have 6 spare skaters and a spare goaltender, and Wisconsin's bench is loaded, so they've got fresher legs. And now it's a 4-0 advantage. Bolts in control in their zone. Fed across to Sylvester on the near side. Pass to center is intercepted. 4-0. Wisconsin is on top, and here's Dahl over the line. He looks to center it. Here's a shot. Stockman with a save on Smigai. The shot was headed wide, but the goaltender made the catch anyway. And, of course, there's a little different look there. He's a left-handed goaltender, so that's his glove side, of course. Now he comes up the slot, and it's picked up by Engel. Howard getting the assist. And the Bolts gamely back into the Wisconsin zone. 13.5 minutes to go, and Wisconsin is able to break through the middle. Played to center past Evan Hunter, and now they'll carry to the left. Here's Engel over the line. He centers it, and sidestepping as Smigai closes in a shot, and Stockman with a save. Comes to the deep slot. Engel looks to center it, and it came right through. Trying to hook up with Ty James, and that didn't connect. And now here come the Bolts back down the near wing. Olson cuts to the slot, and it runs off his stick. There's Wisconsin back behind the goal. Engel plays it through the middle, and now here comes Beam over the Bolts line. Played it past the man. Beam going in on goal. A backhanded shot, and it's under Stockman who made the stop. Nice play by the goaltender as Sam Stockman suddenly was found alone against Braden Beam, and the faceoff comes to his right with 12:47 left. Drake feeds it over to the right, and now it's thrown in front. And it's played down by Bartfield. Back to neutral ice. Graham in on the forecheck, trying to make something happen. Puck comes back to the right, and now here comes Wisconsin. Here's Finley over the line. Finley pulls back along the board, centers it. It's intercepted by Pritchard. Back come the Bolts down the far side. 2 against 2. And peeling back there is Owens. Left the drop to the left point, and the shot goes wide. Over to the near side, 12:10 to go. Along the near boards, Beam plays it across, looking for Finley on the right side. He's pursued by Pritchard, and it's played to the near side. Here comes Wisconsin, rink wide to center. Over the line they come. Schmerler cuts to the slot, carrying on. Beam, and his shot is blocked and goes wide. Finley along the far boards, fed the right point, now to the slot, and stepping up neatly is Bartfield. And here comes Bartfield back for the Bolts. Over the Wisconsin line to the right for Fisher. He takes a shot and a glove catch by Bashar. And we'll get a face-off in the Wisconsin zone. 11:41 left. Comfortable lead for Wisconsin. It's 4-0 as they have 25 shots on goal and have looked pretty good in this quarterfinal game. Face-off coming to the left of Michael Bashar in the Wisconsin goal. Fisher shoots, and that's deflected. A chance from about 40 feet out, and now here comes Wisconsin down the near wing. Rink widened in by Savino, heading towards the far side. Schramm looking to center for Wisconsin. He's taken in against the boards, and now the Bolts back. Rink wide pass down the near side, and here comes Fisher down the far side. Over the line, tried to put on the move. Fisher then is forced off the play to the left side boards, and Wisconsin comes back. Played to the line, and then played back in by Johnson for the Bolts. 11 minutes left. Near side it comes, Savino to center. And Graham backtracks. Plays it across, and now I try to thread a low percentage pass through. Johnson has to come back for it. Puck to the near side for Sylvester, and he tries the middle, and here they come. Graham closing in, and his shot is deflected and goes wide of the goal. Hunter to the far side boards, can't get it past Graham, who played it around him, and the wing boards looks to center. That time he overskated, and now Pritchard in. He's taken it against the boards by Eamon for Wisconsin. And trying to work it to Graham, trying to get something going out of the corner. Here's a shot, and a rising shot wide of the goal by Bartfield. Now comes to the near wall. And it's picked up and carried out by Anderson. Here comes Wisconsin to center. This is Hunter over the line. Hunter takes it behind the net. And it's controlled there by the Bolts. Out to center they come 2 against 2. And this is Doms over the line. He is stood up, and we get a whistle. And a stoppage. They'll take a face-off outside the blue line on an offside. 9:54 to go. 2 penalties in the game, both to the Bolts in the first half. Now, here's a shot. Bashar makes the save from the face-off on Austin Doms, and now the puck comes out to center. Wisconsin playing it ahead, and into the zone they come. Smigai with it. Into the corner. Behind the net. Centers it. Hunter scores. Evan Hunter makes it 5-0 from the slot with 9:32 to go. He was left open, and he made no mistake. 15 minutes and 28 seconds. And it's 5-0. Now Wisconsin controls from the face-off, and they'll carry it in over the line again. And back comes Finley. He closes in. He centers, and Stockman takes that one in the midsection and gets a stoppage. 9:22 to play and a 5-0 lead for Wisconsin. And we are in running time here with 5-goal advantage in the contest. Puck comes over to the left side and a shot when Stockman tipped it down. They score and to make it 6. So a couple of goals to an outs here, and Wisconsin increases its lead to 6-0, and the clock runs. They've been very workmanlike here in the second half. After Finley's goal at the 10-minute mark, the floodgates have opened. They scored 4 goals in 6 minutes. And they'll work in, and here's a shot and another goal to make it 7. It's Savino picking the top corner. And Wisconsin making it look easy now as Savino went in, and Pritchard really, or Stockman rather, really couldn't do much about that, and just beat him over his glove, and it's now 7-0. Bartfield back behind his net for the Bolts. And here they come over the line. And a nice little move there by Owens, but he could not drag it to his stick blade in time to shoot. Pritchard in. Now they're announcing Hunter's goal. Smigai and Dahl assisting on the 5th goal by Hunter. So that's the 5th announcement, and the clock continues to run, under 7 minutes left. Now behind the net it goes, and here's Gutt on the far side trying to get out of there, and now it's intercepted by Graham. Schmerler giving credit for the 6th goal. Penalty coming. So Schmerler from Savino, and now a penalty is coming, and it's going to go against Wisconsin. It'll go against Engel. And it comes at 18 minutes and 50 seconds. So a power play for the Bolts. 6 minutes to play. Now it's controlled on the far side by Gutt for Wisconsin. And it's rink wide into center. And over the line they come. Heading towards the slot was Gutt, and it's picked off. Savino from Finley, that's the 7th goal. So that made it 7-0, and now the Bolts looking for something on the power play. 5.5 to go. Here's Ryder closing in. His shot is blocked before it can get to the net. And it's cleared to the near circle. Here's Ryder closing in. Fisher. Roughing is the penalty on Engel. And it's cleared by Wisconsin back into the zone as Rafalski shot at the length of the ice. We whistle down. And with the clock continuing to run, we have 5 minutes to go. Take it all the way back in the Wisconsin zone to the left of Bashar. Puck down and comes to the near side boards. And it's picked up by Savino. Bank to the near side and back into the Bolts zone. And they'll control it there and try the near side. Here's Johnson. He's over the line. Johnson takes it in deep. He looks to center, and it was deflected, picked up there by Hunter. And here comes Wisconsin to center. Over the line, Smigai. He whisks one across. A shot and a shorthanded goal. James. And that makes it 8. A shorthanded goal, and Wisconsin has scored 6 goals here in the second half. And with 3:40 to go, it's played back into the Bolts zone. Now behind the Bolts goal, Stockman has been under siege here for the last 5 or 6 minutes. And a centering pass comes through. And a shot and a save made by Stockman. And Hunter is also being given an assist on the goal. Bolts looking to control from the face-off. Under 3 minutes to go, and they do get the puck to center. And over the line they come. Sylvester takes it wide and then tried to put it in front. That was intercepted, and back comes Wisconsin in transition. Gall plays it ahead, and it's tipped rink wide in the zone by Johnson. Now a centering pass is tipped by Sylvester before it can get through. Play to the right of the goal, and now here's Johnson in the left corner playing it ahead. And Finley throws a hit in the corner there. Now a shot from the left point goes wide of the goal by Engel. A long carom comes to center, and Owens down the far side. Over the line, plays it in, and Engel is there for it with 2:15 left. Beam at center, broken up there by Bartfield. And back to Engel, and Wisconsin will regroup. 2:05 left in the contest, and here's Finley. He had it run off the end of his stick, and the Bolts carry to center. Over the line comes Olson, and he is knocked down as he tried to come down the near boards. Under 2 minutes to go. Bartfield at the right point plays it down. And now it comes out to center, and here's a 3-on-2 for Wisconsin. It's banked ahead, and over the line, Anderson. In the near circle, Anderson goes to the corner and plays it down behind the net. Chasing after it, Coring in the left corner for the Bolts. He gets some help from Fisher, and now Coring is able to control it, and here he comes. Pass to the left for Fisher with under 90 seconds to go. Over the line, Fisher to Graham, and he feeds it across the near side, looking for Coring, and couldn't get it to him with just over a minute left. Check that. It was Olson, 15. And now here is Jake Fisher. Puck cleared to the near side, and at center, Fisher rink wides it back over as we're in the last minute of play. And here is Coring backing ahead, and now playing it to neutral ice. And here come the Bolts back in over the line. This is Olson. He takes a shot. Bashar saves, left a big rebound, and Bartfield controls. Plays it beside the net, and a centering pass. Fisher shoots, and Bashar took it away from him. Puck comes out to center, and here's Gutt down the far side. So the Bolts going down swinging at least as they trail here in the third period, but still put out a good scoring opportunity in the last minute of the contest. Here come the Bolts trying to get the puck to the blue line, and Olson plays it ahead. Now here comes Savino. He lost it, and now Bartfield comes out. 2 against 2 with 20 seconds to go. Over the line, Fisher. Back to Bartfield. He closes in, and then he shot it wide. Couple of good chances in the last minute for the Bolts, and it's loose now in the left corner of the Wisconsin zone with 5 seconds to go, and Wisconsin, by virtue of 6 goals in the second half, moves on in the tournament to the semifinals. They outshoot the Bolts 30-15 for the contest. And they win the game 8-0. Smigai, Dahl, Finley, Gutt, Hunter, Schurler, Savino, and James. So 8 different goal scorers in the game for Wisconsin, and they move on. Today's game brought to you by Brew Pub's Lots of Matza Pizza. It's called Lots of Matza for a reason. A half pound of Wisconsin cheese on every pie. No better pizza for family on the run than Lots of Matza. Great sauce and half a pound of cheese. And that will do it for our second game. Going to take a little break and come back with our third contest. The Sharks versus North Dakota, scheduled to start at around 6:30. So more or less on schedule here, and then the North Stars and Bruins close us out at 8:15, and that'll do it for us. Jeff Pappas saying thanks for watching. You're enjoying the Bantam Elite League playoffs on the Youth Hockey Hub.